Hi everyone, this video is about carbon and its allotropes. This content is covered in the grade 11 chemistry textbook in chapters 3 and 13. Hopefully everyone's already heard of carbon. It is one of the most abundant elements on Earth. It has an atomic number of 12 on the periodic table with the symbol C and an atomic weight of 12.011 atomic units. The word carbon comes from the Latin word carbo, meaning charcoal. Ancient people knew carbon as soot, diamonds, and coal. In reality, ancient peoples were actually referring to the same element. Antoine Lavoisier, known to many as the father of modern chemistry, discovered carbon and some of its properties. He conducted an experiment using a magnifying glass to prove that diamonds are in fact made up of carbon atoms. There are several special properties of carbon. Carbon has 4 bonding electrons. This allows it to form very strong covalent bonds. Therefore, carbon can form bonds with itself and with many other elements, for example, oxygen, hydrogen, and nitrogen. Also, carbon can form single, double, and triple bonds with itself. This allows for many long chains of carbon atoms. Lastly, carbon atoms can bond together to form many different geometric structures, for example, straight chains, branches, and rings. The variety of structures that carbon atoms can take on form the different allotropes of carbon. Now, what exactly are allotropes? Allotropes are one or more forms of an elementary substance. They are the different configurations that an atom can take on. Carbon exists in nature in several forms. Carbon exists as coal, graphite, diamonds, and buckyballs. Coal is a black sedimentary rock that is most commonly found in swampy areas that are occasionally flooded. Large deposits of coal, limestone, sandstone, and shale are often found together hundreds of feet thick. Coal is derived from plant material and is made up of cellulose, lignins, tannins, and waxes. Coal is most commonly used as an energy source to produce heat. Approximately 50% of electricity generated in the United States is generated through the burning of fossil fuels such as coal. Coal is first burned to heat water and then changed into steam. The steam is then harnessed and used to turn a turbine, which generates electricity. Coal is also used in the steel production industry as well as the cement manufacturing business. It is important in many electrical appliances that require heat. The second allotrope I will be talking about is graphite, one of the softest minerals on Earth. It is the stable form of carbon, meaning that all diamonds that can be found on the surface of the Earth are actually undergoing very slow chemical reactions that are changing them into graphite. Graphite has a sheet-like chemical structure, which explains the drastic difference between it and carbon's other allotrope, the diamond. This opaque and soft material is ironically used as the high-strength component in the formation of cars and aircraft. It is also used as the material in lead pencils, as we all know, and lubricants. Graphite also has high appeal as an electrode in batteries and the material in brake lining. The third allotrope I'll be talking about is probably the most famous and the most popular, the diamond. The diamond is the hardest natural material, therefore it is also the least compressible and the stiffest substance. Diamonds are for the most part chemically inert and do not react with most acids and alkalis. Diamonds are poor conductors, although certain types of diamonds can be semiconductors. They can burn if oxygen is present under high temperatures. The diamond is the most popular gemstone in the jewelry industry. It is used to make gorgeous necklaces and engagement rings. It is the most sought after gemstone and makes more money than all other gemstones combined. Because diamonds are the hardest natural substances, they will cut through any material. Therefore, industrial diamonds are often used in cutting and grinding applications. They are often embedded into large steel drill bits and saws to drill wells to look for fossil fuels such as oil and natural gas. Diamonds are also used to produce metal machine parts. Before going on to explain the last carbon allotrope, I must explain the concept of a full ring molecule. A full ring is a molecule that is made up solely of carbon atoms in the shape of a sphere, a tube, or an ellipsoid. A full ring that is spherical in shape is called a buckyball. Buckyballs, or Buckminster fullerene, is the smallest fullerene molecule in which no two pentagons share a side. It is made up of 20 hexagons and 12 pentagons. There is a carbon atom at each vertice and a bond at each edge. There are two side lengths in a buckyball, the 6.6 ring bond, which are double bonds, and the 6.5 bond. The excessive burning of fossil fuels has taken a great toll on the Canadian environment. There has recently been a great buildup of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. A buildup of greenhouse gases leads to the depletion of the Earth's ozone layer and global warming. The excessive burning of carbon as a fossil fuel has taken a great toll on the Canadian environment. Recently, there has been a great buildup of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. A buildup of greenhouse gases and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has led to the depletion of the Earth's ozone layer and to global warming. The burning of coal for electricity is one of the primary sources for the formation of carbon dioxide. The Canadian government has taken several steps to combating the problems caused by the burning of carbon as a fossil fuel. In 2010, the Canadian government announced an initiative to reduce carbon emissions in the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. This initiative set out to reduce the ecological footprint of the venues of the games by showing a project of a fuel cell vehicle and a roof made from recycled wood. Canadians all over the country can also take action to reduce carbon emissions and the emissions of other greenhouse gases in the country. For example, students can bike or walk to school instead of having their parents drive them in cars. As well, lights can be turned off as soon as they are not in use, and the use of fluorescent light bulbs should be promoted. I hope you enjoyed this video about carbon and its allotropes. Carbon is definitely one of the most important elements on this planet. However, its proper use and harnessing is also critical to the survival of this planet.